Welcome to eSeniors and the GT2 race, the GT2 championship. This contest has seen the attendance drop quite a bit, but let's look at where we are in the championship. Brian Murray really dominating. He was winning last race, which was Valencia. Derek Bird, second in 166 points, 154 points. We see Steve Young in P3. He was second, P2, Valencia. And then Mir Sponov was P3 in Valencia. and 140 points. And Jonathan Wood is in the P5 here in the championship. He didn't drive last race, and he doesn't drive today either. We have only 6 people on track. A little bit disappointing, I have to say. So let's go over here to our pre-show. Let's just get this in the right mode. And there we go. So this is where we talk about the sponsors. And we have 3 sponsors as usual. And let me just get up another picture. I am looking for that one. Okay. All right. So we have Castle and Cauldron. They specializing in handmade Harry Potter and Fantastic Beast collection. It's a home-based crafting business. They do magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, etc. You can find them on Facebook. So Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Then we have Syndeo, technology brokers specialized in voice, contact center, cyber security solutions for business. And Syndeo advisors will help you select the best technology solution for your business. Sim3D, everything you need for your racing cockpit, dashboard, fan shrouds and mounts, button boxes, power supply brackets. So if you're in the business of anything that these guys offer, please consider them, because they are our sponsors and they help make this happen. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Comment here. At least with only 6 drivers, T1 might not be so problematic. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, if you're careful, you can go too wide through the chicane. That shouldn't really be any problem. All right, I'm just getting myself organized here while the guys are winding up on track. Sky seems to be really quick in his Lamborghini. That really seems to be a good car on this track. Terry Trowbridge there, 75 years old, our oldest eSeniors. Isn't that impressive? Driving the Maserati. So we have 3 Maseratis today and 1 Lamborghini and 2 KTMs. Gonna be interesting to see this high-speed track, who will prevail. But like I said, it looks like Steve Young is really the guy to beat right now. Mishponov is the first one putting something on the board. I'm sure that's going to improve quite a bit. And obviously Brian Murray is the other one, which we probably gonna see very close to the point end of this race. Won the last race in Valencia. Here comes Ponov coming into the chicane. I'm sorry, this Terry Trowbridge coming into the chicane. See how he negotiates that. Missed the apex a little bit, but he comes all right through this chicane. Up just a little bit on his time so far. Let me know if you can hear me right, and everything is balanced here. Trowbridge is up 2 tenths right now. You can hear he's sliding, rubbing his tires. Thanks for the feedback there, Derek. Welcome. There's the KTM of Kevin Torrance. Kevin right now P8 in the championship. He didn't race last race. So he has raced 4 out of the 5. So he's in P8 in the championship. He's been placing P7, P10 on the 2 races. And he's our resident Kiwi, as you see there on his little nameplate there. It says Kiwi from New Zealand. So now Brian Murray is in the top, fastest time. As we see Kevin coming through the first chicane. Prima variante, seconda variante, they call the other one here on these little tags we have there. Curva Biasano. Those names doesn't really sound so familiar. So here's a seconda variante. We see a little smoke in front there. So here's Steve Young, Sky Motorsport. So he had tried out the Mustang and said that was a pretty good car. To him. So we'll see. I'm not sure if we're gonna see. Maybe we'll see one in the bronze group, a Mustang, tomorrow in the GT3 race. Not sure if I'm not able to stream that, so I'm not sure who. If someone will be able to stream it, Mike Mileski will do a summary. We don't have anyone streaming it. Ponov sits in P2 right now. That would be, if he finished P2, that would be his best result in this series. And this is race 6 out of 10. And your worst result will be dropped. It's a good looking car, good looking livery there. It's very nice. He's up on his time, 2:10s. Kind of flirting with the fastest lap right now. Actually, it's very close between number 1 and number 2 here, provisional pole and second place. It's only about 100ths, or 1/10ths rather. Steve Young, he couldn't get that last lap to stick. So it's a 30-minute race. There's no pit stops. Let's set the personal best. Hey Terry. All going. This is KTM here in the hands of Jeremy Arobas. Went over those curbs quite a bit. So you see there, there's only 1/10 between Murray and Ponov. And then like 3/10 down to Steve Young, between Ponov and Steve Young. So very close. Remo Robust driving P5 so far, 5 minutes left of qualifying. After this, we're going to listen to the Italian national anthem. I think that's a really cool tradition that Chris Bourne started on his stream. At Manchester Airport Hotel. Oh, nice. Where are you heading, Derek? You going on a holiday? Steve Young is coming up to speed. You see there's a little purple frame around his name blinking a little bit, which means that he's flirting. Oh, it's yellow flag on him. He went off. Egypt, oh nice. Nice. Yeah, my parents, they were in Egypt in the 50s. Can you imagine traveling from Sweden to Egypt in the 50s? I have a cool picture where they sit on camels in front of in front of the pyramids. All right, Murray still in the lead. And Young is not able to break in here on the second, on the first row rather. Sits in the pit right now. Maybe he's able to do one more run. I don't know. Murray looks to improve his time if he can keep the pace. Let's see how he negotiates this first chicane. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see in the race because Young was so quick in his Lamborghini in the pre-practice here. So I would think that he might be able to do something if he gets a good start. Murray on a good time. Let's look at the delta. Yeah, up 2/10. Trowbridge up 3/10. Young is still in the pit, so I don't think he's gonna do an attempt. Trowbridge up 0.3. That will not really do anything. Oh, there's Brian. Got on the curb and got into the wall. Unfortunate. Terry, the only one running on track. Actually, Ponoff is out as well. Oh, he got on the curbs hard. That spoiled his lap big time. But he continues. All right, let's follow Ponoff. This would be... Oh, well, it's a minute and a half, so... But this will be his last lap. See if he can push and get P1. Gets on the throttle nicely there, but as you see, he's not really making inroads on his time. Everyone else is in the pits. He's putting it all out here now. Goes a little bit wide. Didn't lose any time though. He's kind of even with his current time of 1:47.9. So actually just 0.05 of a second between these guys, if I calculate it correctly. Between Brian and Mears. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Would be awesome. Because Mears, he still hasn't done any improvement. Oh, here he improves a little bit, I think. Oh, he got the fastest lap. Wow. He got a 1:47.872. And Brian, 1:47.892. That was very close. That was 0.02 of a second between Ponoff and Murray. What a good run. He was in the last turn. All right. That's it. That is qualifying. Let's do like this. Let's go back to the opening. We take away SIMGRID. We raise the Italian flag. And please stand for the Italian national anthem, Il canto degli Italiani. Wow, how about that, huh? There we have it, the Italian national anthem. Let's get on the game stream. And we should do a little... let's do a grid walk. Let's set that up. Well, we're going to have full formation lap, so... let's start to do that. Okay. Mirj Pornov took pole in with 2 hundredths of a second. Unbelievable. Well done. Brian Murray from the UK, P2, and P3. Steve Young in Lamborghini, Terry Trowbridge P4, Maserati, Jeremy Arobas from Canada in P5, and Kevin Torrance from New Zealand. So that's our lineup. And we're going to have a full formation lap, as I mentioned. There we are, cars are rolling. Pornov, currently P4 in the championship. And Murray is P1 in the championship. He leads with 30 points, Brian, ahead of Derek Bird. That's heading to Egypt. So Derek, you might drop a little bit here to Steve Young, possibly. Steve Young starting in P3 and Trowbridge in P4. Terry sits in P7 in the championship. He did P6, his best result so far in this series at Valencia. And then Jeremy Arobas. He sits P6 in the championship. He's been racing all the races. P5, his best result so far, and that was last race in Valencia. And Pornov, he's been P3 2 times, so P1 or P2 for Pornov, that would be his best result. And Brian have never placed worse than second place in this contest. So this is race number 6 out of the 10. Next race gonna be Red Bull Ring. And after that we do Alton Park and Donington, and we finish off in Misano. Oh, you'll miss the 3 races, but I mean, you get to see Egypt. That's not a bad trade. All right, let's get my leaderboard set up correctly. Race gaps. Going through Variante Ascari. Exciting things can happen as you come out of Ascari there. If you get too hot on that left curb, last curb, it could spell trouble. Then we're coming into this really cool last turn where basically everything can be lost if you go wide there, or I mean, there's a very specific line through there, I feel. Curva Parabolica. Hey Chris, welcome. So here we go. Only 6 people, so there shouldn't be much of a pandemonium. But you never know. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about that. It's easy to see what's going on. And like I mentioned, Young was so fast in practice, and here he comes on the straight. I think he has a good pace on the straight in this Lamborghini. He's tucking up here behind Pornoff. Now they're pulling back a little bit. Murray goes on the outside. Pornoff goes a little bit hard on the curb. Go a little side by side. Not really anything that bothered anyone, and they came through the first chicane brilliantly. Tomorrow might be a completely other story, as we have much bigger field. Oh, here comes Brian. He's pushing to get past and get a good run on Pornoff. And there comes Sky. He seems so fast on the straight. Look, now he's coming on the inside here with Murray. Murray tried to place himself so he can intimidate Sky a little bit. Sky gets a little bit of a slide as he comes through the corner here. And Murray have a good run on Pornoff. Let's see if he can do something with the slipstream. Always tricky on the first lap before you get your tires up to temp. You see the late break of Sky gives him a really good run here through Variante Ascari, coming out on the straight. Looks like Pornoff went a little bit wide, so did Trowbridge. He lost a little momentum there. We're coming back here to Murray and Pornoff. Let's see now how late Steve is braking. Look at that. And he gets such a run in, he almost had to pull back a little bit. He brakes much later than these guys. I think that's going to be his opportunity to attack on the straights like this and just do his late brake as Mish Pornoff clocks 1:54.7 on this very first lap. And Sky is now coming up into the chicane again, and Trowbridge is all over him. I think Trowbridge overcommitted a little bit, so he had to pull back. Came in a little bit awkward there. Yeah, that could be Chris. It's going to be interesting to see how this develops. We only have a few cars, but I think we're going to see a lot of fun racing here as we look at these 3 first. Terry Trowbridge have Jeremy behind him. Try to cycle back and forth here a little bit so we get the coverage. Oh, Sky got a good run out of there. Let's see, oh, goes a little bit wide. I don't know how wide you can go there before you get the ding. Now we see if he can do something here. It looks like Pornoff is braking a little bit earlier than these guys behind. Pornoff improves his time. Oh, Brian Murray now have the fastest lap. So he's pacing a little bit quicker than the Pornoff. Compare here, 1:48.9, 1:48.8. And they were so close in qualifying, these two. on Mir's last lap. He was the only one out on track, and he took P1 with 200s. Starting to get into the groove here. Looks like there's very similar distance, about half a second between these 3 cars. But in every corner, the cars behind Mirsch is gaining on him. So Mirsch is braking a little bit earlier than these guys. Let's see if Mirsch can keep his momentum and his focus. Oh, he got on that curve pretty hard. Is that gonna hamper him? Yeah, Brian is picking up a little bit of distance coming into Parabolica. Oh, they caught Sky. Very late braking. I had to pull back again. He really wants to take that inside line, looks like. But Brian, he's placing himself very well there. And Mirsha picked up the speed, 148.6. Let's see if Brian also get the better. Oh, it looks like they're very even now. Yeah, there's the Brian's recorded lap. Slightly faster. Coming out of the first chicane here. Looks like he's catching him. They had half a second between the cars before. Steve Young losing a little bit contact with these 2 guys in the front. And now he's coming back. Oh, here comes Sky. Look, I mean, braking late. In the cockpit of Steve Young, looks like he's going to get a good run out of here. Ah, the Maserati in front of there. It looks like he's pulling away, actually. Is he going to be able to do some sort of a move? No, he's a little bit further back now than he was before last lap. Good, David, welcome. Exciting race here where Mirsch Pornov started P1. He got the pole position with 200ths of a second in front of Brian Murray on Mirsch's very last lap. So great effort there. Let's see if he can keep his focus and just focus on the turns, brake and get out of there really quick. This would be his best result this season in the GT2. Further back we have Terry Trowbridge, and behind him with Jeremy Arobas. And a little bit down the road we have Kevin Torrance from New Zealand. So this is where the battle is, the top 3. I don't think that's going to be decided until pretty late in this race. I'm feeling it's going to be interesting to see at the end of the 30 minutes when you go to tires, and possibly if some are going wide a little bit too much. It's Parabolica. Steve Young, let's see if he can get in the slipstream. He's tucking in here behind Murray. Voronov improving his time, but I think we're going to get the clock on Ponov here, or Murray, very soon. We're going to see improved time from him too. As they go through the first chicane. Still fastest lap on Ponov. See how Steve is doing. So he's lapping very evenly with Murray. That's 7,000, 7,000ths of a second between those two, the last lap. Jeremy about a second behind Terry in the KTM. So both of the KTMs are in the back. So clearly not the track for the KTM, but is this a track for the Lamborghini? I was expecting more. Let's see what happens. Briante Scari. Oh, Sky is pushing to get the good exit. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, a little slide, but I didn't think Murray was doing too well either. Is this the chance for Sky to maybe do an inside move? At Parabolica? No. Murray goes very tight there, which I think is the right line. And as you see, Ponov goes a little bit wide. Is this the opportunity for Murray? He's gaining, he sits in the slipstream. Looks a little bit on the inside, plays himself on the inside. He's going to do a late break. Ponov is going wide. Possibly in the anticipation of Murray. Very clean racing here. Murray passing Ponov. I wonder if... I got the feeling that maybe Ponov was expecting him to come on the inside. And he wanted to make room. And that kind of just messed up his whole line coming through. And we had great racing with Ponov here in the GT3 sprint, so let's see what we get this race. And Steve Young was very careful behind. I think, I mean, in my mind, I think these yellow cards and so on is really working because people are very careful. And this is such a great track. Have opportunities to pass. I mean, you don't want to do dive bomb in the Ascari here, but if you get a good run out of there and you can slipstream into Parabolica, you're in good shape. Yeah, this is really the battle. Steve Young. We see in the front there, Murray is placing himself inside line. I think he went back. But he has pulled away a little bit now. There is Ponov, but starting to stretch out a little bit between these three guys. So Young is starting to catch Ponov. Oh, he's getting a good run out of there. Is he going to be able to do something on the straight? Oh, both of them went really, really wide. Sky did too. Yeah, Sky is all over Pornoff now. Is he gonna make a move? No, not that one. We have 15 minutes left, half the race. Maybe in 5 minutes, maybe we're gonna see some issues with tires, etc. As we're watching Jeremy Robas from the ring of, or from the wing of Terry Trowbridge. Back to the chicane. Oh, here comes Sky, gets very close to Pornoff. Oh, a little slide there by Pornoff. Here comes Sky behind him, very close. Sky really had to pull back there. No contact though. Sky is braking so much later than any of the other two races in front of him. Pornoff went hard on that curve again. So if Murray, if he keeps the lead and wins this race, that's going to be his 5th win out of 6. Oh, good run here by Sky. But it looks like the Maserati is actually pulling away just as they get out of that. So it looks like Maserati have more power out of the corners than the Lamborghini, the Maserati. But Sky is braking much later. He's not able to do any inroads on this, and now Murray is almost 2.5 seconds. And here comes Sky again. Drafting behind. Is he gonna do something here on the inside? We are on the wing of Sky. Good run through here. We see he's gaining, but here comes the Maserati is just powering out of there. But we saw Pornoff went very hard on the curb. Oh, is it gonna go outside now? Pornoff is just tucked into that's inside track, not giving an inch. Sky is really pushing. It's a good run out of there by Pornoff. We see that when we sit on the wing like this. Murray now 4 seconds ahead of this pair. P2 by Mears would still be his best result in this series. I think I'm gonna change the leaderboard and put on the standard leaderboard. So we see if someone gets a track penalty. Possibly. Just so we don't miss it. So Steve lost a little bit of time that lap compared to Mears. Oh, we could hear how the Maserati went over the curbs there. And then the second half of the race, Terry Trowbridge is leading up, but he's 8 seconds behind Steve. And Jeremy Robas is behind him. If you want to see the position delta, we can actually do that real quick. Just do like this. Yeah, so it hasn't really been any changes at all, except in the front there. It's in Jeremy's cockpit. Right now Steve Young is about second behind Mears, so Mears have pulled away. The best lap time is 1:48.1 by Mears. So they're very close because 1:48.185 on Murray, 1:48.105 by Mears, and 1:48.192 by Steve Young. So they're very, very even here, the top three. Steve Young is losing a little time. 4.6. Ryan's really pulling away now. I don't know if maybe the Lambo's tires are getting off a little bit. 7 minutes left in the race. He seems to be coming back now. It looks good, that car, doesn't it? That livery with that fade between the black and the green. Such a good job by Nikos. Now though, it looks like Sky has really pulled something out of his hat. He's coming really close, coming into the chicane. Not close enough to make a move. I think his best bet is just try to stay as close as possible and try to get him in the Parabolica. Or get a really good run out of Ascari and pass him on the straight, but But it looks like they have different strengths in different sectors, these two guys. You'll see really leg breaking by Sky, but he's not able to capitalize because the Maserati is pulling away as they come out. Let's see how they do out of... Oh, a little slide there, and Pornov went really wide. I wonder if that's if he's running on like 2-track. Notices Pornov. If he does, and start to be careful as he's coming out of Ascari, that might slow him down enough for Sky to do something. This is really the battle on track right now, as we have coming down to 4 minutes left in this race. If you're new to eSeniors and catching this stream, oh, Pornov gets really off the track there, or off his line, and he gives that position to Sky. Nicely done. Let's see if we can go back and look at that one real quick. Here they come. Into the chicane. And Sky sits a little bit on the inside, irritating Pornov, and Pornov misses that and just comes out and kind of makes a contact with Sky, and he just says, okay, you go. So I think that Sky is going to run away now. Yeah, he really just missed that that entry. And he has a yellow card, so Pornov did not want to risk any penalties there. But again, penalties after first lap, it's only if it's reported. I doubt that would have been reported even if Pornov would have continued. I think that maybe Sky would have been able to pass him anyway. Here we're following Jeremy. And Murray have really pulled away, 9 seconds ahead, as we have 2 minutes left. Very impressive drive by Murray. As soon as he got in front, just running away. Jeremy got close there with Terry for a moment. So no drive-throughs. So not unexpectedly, Steve is running about 1.3 ahead of Mirsch right now. Mirsch is not able to reach him. Oh, here Terry Trowbridge goes really wide. Is that the opportunity for Jeremy to pass? It's all about concentration. Is he going to be able to brake a little bit late, Jeremy, and put himself in front? Yes, he is. Possibly this is a tire fatigue now. And Terry went wide. So only one contact in this race, very nice. And it wasn't really a contact, it was just kind of a... Got to a stopping point there as Pornoff got wrong into the chicane at the first turn. And kind of was braking and stopping Sky in his tracks, and then nicely Mirsch said, go ahead, sir. So here we go. This is Brian. He will be the winner. Very comfortable here, 9 seconds. Paolo, ciao. And here comes Brian Murray. He qualified P2, but he was fighting and took P1 at MONZA, GT2 Championship for eSeniors. P2, Steve Young. Nicely done. And P3, Mirsch Pornoff, who started in pole, couldn't keep it, and ended up P3. Jeremy Robas just in front of Terry Trowbridge. And here's Kevin Torrance finishing his race. I have a weird thing with my... what's going on here? Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, we're gonna see if we can get someone to talk to here. Just getting that in order, and let's go to the interview, and let's get the right podium graphic showing. There we go. Let's get Brian and those guys in here. Hey guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there weren't too many people on track, but those that raced provided a really good and fun race to look at. So Mirsch, you did pole, but you had two big competitors behind you. So how was it?
It was fun. It was a good race. Good result, third place. I deserved it.
Yeah.
I made mistake at Parabolica, and after that, car was not that good. Probably I destroyed tires. I don't know. After that, I made mistake in turn 1. I saw on the mirror that Steve also made mistake because of me. So it wasn't fair for me to continue and keep that place, and I let him by. He was faster anyway. Anyway, congratulations to Steve and Brian. Excellent race.
Yeah, Steve, how was the? You were really fast in the when I looked at you guys in the kind of the practice before. So I thought you would have a little bit more pace in here at MONZA with your Lambo. What was your feeling there?
I couldn't compete with the Maserati as far as her speed. I was down probably at least 3 miles an hour, maybe 4 to Pornoff, probably more than that. But even Brian, I was down like 3. So I mean, my best bet was just to stick with them and let them get the free horsepower and get pulled along. And I was faster in the 2 Lesmos, and by far, but they had the overall pace, and I just wanted to stick with them, so that would give me the the free pull down the straightaway. But even if I pulled out, I would, I would just hit a wall and they would pull away. So it was tough. I mean, really at the end, just, the tire wear. I think I just had maybe just a little bit better tires still under me. But that was the only advantage I could get.
Yeah, we saw that because you were braking much later than the other guys coming in. But then when you came out, you could just see that the Maserati was kind of just powering out of there and seemed to have much more speed coming out.
I know, it's amazing. I kept saying, out of turn one, it was just all the torque of the Maserati. It would just, no matter how hard I tried, they would pull car links, and it would take me the rest of the lap to try to get them back to where I was back on their, bumper again. But it's just that one turn, just to pull the acceleration in the Maserati, just, and of course they had the speed too. So it was a great race. So congrats to Panov and, to Brian. What they both did. Great close racing, great battling, know when to give, know when to, it was really fun. And I was having fun. I was just watching them too, and I was just wanting to hang on, and it was great.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. And Brian, you thought that you had pole, but then Mirsch beat you with 200ths of a second, I think it was, and you started P2. But you looked to have better pace, and once you passed him, you just sailed away 9 seconds ahead when we went over the goal line, I think. So how was it for you? You were very comfortable out there.
Yeah, comfortable after Murchie gave me plenty of space into turn one, and I got away, and he kept Steve behind for a good while. But yeah, my pole lap was in the bag, but I blew it at Ascari on the last lap and threw it all away. Apart from that, a great race, great battling for Murchie and Steve right behind. He was very good in the brakes, kept me honest, and able to get away at the end. I think because Murchie and Steve were battling, they were keeping a bit of defending here and there going on, so that let me get away.
Yeah, great race. So this is win number 5 for you, Brian.
5.
So
all right, cool.
You're in the lead still. Quite a bit with a lot of points, so looks good for you. So let's see what happens next time. Thank you guys for racing, and it was very entertaining. So you should watch the stream back. It was a lot of fun. So
great race, Steve. Murchie.
Yep, you too. Great race.
Right.
Great racing.
Great.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
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 All right, everyone on stream, thank you so much for watching. Next race going to be tomorrow. A little bit clear if there's going to be any live streaming. It's a little bit unclear. So we'll see what happens with that. But at least it's going to be a summary of the race. So it's bound to be exciting. Monza first turn with I don't know how many cars. So we'll catch you then. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.